Okay, I have 1.5 cups chopped portobello mushrooms, 1 white onion chopped, 2 garlic cloves minced, 2 teaspoons of minced fresh garlic, some chopped chives for decoration, 1.5 teaspoons sesame oil, 3 tablespoons rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons soy sauce, 175 milliliters of hoisin sauce, 2 cups of grated red cabbage, 3/4 pound finely chopped pork sirloin, and some Boston lettuce leaves washed and dried, ready on a plate. So let's go to the wok. Okay, so before I get started here, I wanted to do a quick review of this wok. Okay, so you can see the inside is still seasoned and black, but what I've learned, and I'm not an expert on this wok, is that depending what you cook inside can remove this black finish. Like for example, if you stick to the ginger and garlic and soya and sugar and sesame seed oil and things like that, not a problem. But once you start, like for example the other day, I found a recipe for this lemon ginger chicken, and it called for, I think, juice of 1.5 lemons, and it was mixed in with soy and a bunch of ginger and stuff. And then of course when I cooked in this, to my shock, all this area which I was cooking in became steel again. Okay, so I was kind of discouraged for a moment, and then I realized that it's not a big problem. I'm just going to re-season it. So there's a lot of different ways of doing this. Some people do it in the oven, and that takes days. What I did is I took some peanut oil and I put it on with a paper towel, a very, very thin coat, because you don't want smoking all over the house. So I opened some doors and windows, and I put on my fan, and then what I did was I lit the stove. So what I did is I take the top part off. You see, this part comes off, so it's basically a flamethrower. So it's basically on high like a flamethrower. And then once you have this, you can start on one end, and you'll see it starts to blacken it up, and you just move it around like this until it all gets seasoned again, okay? And then it's nicely black. And I think, depending on what I cook, it's probably gonna need that every once in a while. So I also received my ladle and scoop set made in China, and this also probably going to require blackening once in a while, but this is made for the wok, and it's going to be my first time using it. So today we're going to do my version of Moo Shoo Pork. It's made with finely chopped pork sirloin. So what I'm going to do is put some oil. So I'm going to get this wok started to heat. So I'm going to put this wok on, get it heat up a little bit. And then I'll put some oil in. And what I have is an extra clean bowl, because I'm going to cook the pork till it's almost cooked. And I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to put it in the bowl. I'm going to spread the oil around my cooking area. Now I find that on high it gets way too hot really fast. This method, right in the center, which is what you want. So I put it down to between hot, medium, and then basically I can throw in my pork. You can start a stir fry. Let that cook for a few seconds, steam. And we'll transfer this into all the water. Put in the remainder of oil, which is about a tablespoon. This. And that should get hot rather quickly. And we'll throw in the onions, the ginger, and the garlic. And we'll stir fry this for about 5 minutes until the onions get soft. Use some steam a little bit. Okay. Getting soft. So now what I'll do is just gonna add a tiny little bit more oil. Bottom of the pan, and then we'll throw in the cabbage and the mushrooms, and we'll do this for about 5 minutes until the cabbage and the mushrooms let that cook for a few minutes, soften up the cabbage. See? So now it's looking pretty good. It's you can see the bottom of the pan. It's not bad. The liquid releases it all. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to add our soy sauce, our rice vinegar, and our sesame seed. And we'll give that a little mix around here. And then we'll add the hoisin sauce. Like this. And we'll let that stir around. Like that. And then we'll add our pork. And we'll cook this a little bit higher till it starts to thicken. And this, we're not going to put the cover on now because we want a little bit of evaporation going on. You can see how it is there. Okay, so I'm going to bring it over and serve it. Okay, so I'm going to serve it with my serving spoon that I just got, and we'll just put it on this like that. And this spoon fits, this spatula fits the spoon, so it's quite nice. So now I'm going to put hot water on, and I'm going to take my whisk, and I'm just going to clean the spatula. And at this point, I'm going to put it back on the stove and clean my tongs. hot water, and then I want to dry these so they don't rust. And last but not least, I'm going to dry the wok completely. The way I do that is let it run black. You can see it just takes a few minutes for this to get completely dried up. Now you can see the inside because there was a lot of rice vinegar in this recipe and probably some fruits in the hoisin that it has taken the black off a bit. So we can redo this black if we want. In order to do that, I'm just going to put in a little bit of peanut oil, not too much. And I'm just going to put a light coat in this area. Okay. And I'm going to turn the fan on. So it's going to make noise, sorry. What we'll do is we'll just you'll see it starting to turn black again. So you see the smoke, it's not so much if you don't put on too much oil. You can see how it's getting blackened up again. here you go. It's back. And I find you have to do this if you're going to cook with acidic foods like I did with the rice vinegar and the hoisin sauce. So it takes a few minutes and we're back. And then I'm going to treat it once it cools down with, I use this cast iron conditioner, but you can just put some oil on. This is like oil, it's a combination of different oils. And I put it on and I store it. And that's it. And we're good. You can see that it's back to its blackened seasoned self. I'll let it cool. We'll put a nice finish of oil on it and put it away till tomorrow.